the amount of money you need to make the median mortgage payment is like $120,000.
Yeah.
And what's so when we look at that compared to what people are actually making.
Yeah, it's only about 6% of jobs will pay that if you've got a single earner.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
And I want to qualify that number too, because I've seen people in comments on like the various. Oh, there we go. A little better there. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I've seen people saying like my mortgage payment's below that, or I don't make that much.
Right.
We're just looking at what's the HUD definition of what affordability is, and that's 30% or less of your gross monthly income.
Right.
So of course you can spend above that. That's totally reasonable. Some people may have to.
Yeah.
But that does put you in a tenuous spot. So we're looking at that median house price, what the median payment is, accounting for homeowners insurance, your principal and interest, and we assume a 5% down payment, so you're paying some PMI on that.
Right.
Some money set aside for taxes and some maintenance as well. So it's sort of what you should be budgeting for, and that number was a lot higher than I thought it'd be. I really didn't think it'd be that high.
It's tough. It's a challenge, and it creates that. Those talking heads on social media who believe that renting is just so much better than buying. I mean, and it creates that opportunity for them to say that, because on a month-to-month basis, yeah, it is. Over the long haul, I would argue against it, but on the month-to-month basis, if you're going to spend $2,000 a month on rent, but it's going to cost you $2,700 a month to live in the same type of house, yeah, that's a challenge for most people because their budget just can't afford it, point blank. And it makes sense. So you also have a note here about hourly wage. What are we talking? So this is how much you have to earn per hour to get to that level?
Yeah, that's how much you have to earn per hour.
$57 an hour.
$57 an hour. The only jobs in town, about 6% of jobs in town pay that, and they're all management.
Yeah, I don't make that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't make that.
So people may be wondering where we get those numbers from. That's from the Bureau of Labor Statistics has a complete breakdown of its 500 plus job types in the entire valley. And so we just look at which ones give you that with an hourly rate or an annual salary, and it's such a small number. Your nurses don't make that. Your teachers aren't making that.
Yeah.
First responders, like rookie cops, a lot of people are making that.
Journalists don't make that.
Journalists, yeah, certainly not. Certainly not.
Yeah,
professors at UNLV aren't certainly making that initially. Yeah, and it's difficult, and that used to be a big attractor too, at least for in higher ed in UNLV, attracting talent around. It's like, well, it's fairly cheap to live here. You can buy a house, and that's not the case anymore. And that's filtering over to a lot of industries, I feel.
No doubt. I mean, Vegas was known as a place where the cost of living was very competitive. Mm-hmm. But that was before we became such a major metropolitan area. We've grown so much from a tourist destination to a city to a large city to now a major metropolitan area. I mean, we are a big deal now with all the sports and everything else we've added. We've turned into something that we weren't just 10 years ago. Even.
Yeah.
So
but the labor market hasn't caught up, and that's a tricky thing.
It is indeed, and it creates a lot. I mean, we've seen it from a housing perspective, and yesterday, it's funny, and I have to interject this a little bit because they were here yesterday. Yesterday here at Berkshire Hathaway, we had a new home fair for all the agents, and basically all the builders came in to talk to us about their product and about what's happening in new homes and so forth and so on. There was a lot of question and answers and stuff going on about that, but they talked about affordability, and the question I had for them was, what do we need to do for you guys to start building entry-level housing? That's what we need. That's where the focus needs to be, because I understand the economics of building a bigger home gets you a better profit, and I understand that there's economies of scale and so forth, whatever. But we need our government to step in and help out with that, perhaps, and set it up such that we have more entry-level housing and affordable, quote-unquote, housing. And it's a challenge.